Hello guys, welcome back to my channel guys. Welcome back to another live video. So I want this to be a super quick video. I'm hoping to do this in like at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes, the maximum, right? Because I don't want to be on this video for way too long. I want to try and keep it short and sweet. Um, First of all, I just want to say that I feel so happy and lucky and blessed to be alive today, guys. It's a blessing to be alive. God's chosen to wake us up today. Not many people made it today, and we should celebrate today because He's given us another chance to make it into heaven. Also, can I just pre-warn you guys, there's going to be lots of background noise, so I do apologize way in advance for this video of any background noise. AP, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the like. Yeah, so yeah, I do feel really lucky to be alive today. More people should be grateful for that as well because it's not promised to us, and He's chosen to give us another chance to do things right, to get into heaven, right? And we have a chance at saving other people. We have a chance at um being there for others, a chance to learn something new, a chance to live, a chance to impact lives. I hope you guys watched with the title just asking. I thought it might be interesting to do this title, to do this video, um, because a lot of women clearly struggle in this department. Um, they don't really make the wisest choices when it comes to like choosing the father of the kids. Um, I remember I read an article before where this lady, she actually did um a method where she chose her and this man came into mutual agreement. They shared the same values, they didn't date or nothing, and they decided to be parents, and they chose the right people for their kids, and they still continue to date other people, but they just wanted to have that solid system for the kids. I don't know if that works though, but the theory behind it kind of makes sense that they when you share the same values with someone, you want the same thing for your child, and you're raising them in the same way, if that makes sense. So um they actually had like a village to help help raise the children, because obviously you need people to help raise your children. You can't just do it on your own, and you can't just do it with your partner either. But a lot of people choose to do it with just their partner and or on their own, and it's hard. You need a group of supportive a group of supportive people around to help raise your child, because they're going to need to be able to depend on other people as well. They can't just depend on the parent for everything. They're going to need support, they're going to need advice when they're growing up. That if they can't talk to the parents, it's amazing if they can talk to another trusted adult that's got their best interest at heart. Yeah, so as you can see from, I'm reading my notes as well because I got everything written down here because I wrote it on my phone and I was like, I'm not going to remember all these points. There's so many points to get through. So as you can see from the title, it says signs he won't be a good father. Um, a lot of women probably don't take that into consideration. They probably do, but they get fooled by it. They think, oh, this guy is going to be such a good dad. And then all the signs start showing up later on when the baby's already born. I've had the experience speaking to women where they complain to me about the man they've had a child with is in the household, but he's just not good. He's not good at all. He's not supportive and stuff like that. And some of these points might help somebody that's already had kids and they're looking to date again, like a single mother might be looking to date again, or if you're in the talking stage of getting to know somebody, um, you can keep these in mind, because at the end of the day, if you are looking to get with someone, regardless if you want kids or not, you need to take this into consideration, because if they're not good enough to be a father, then they're clearly not good enough for you. Um, Get to know a person first before using no protection. A child is for life. That's very true. Yeah, a child is for life. That's true. And getting to know someone first before using no protection. That's a good point as well, AP. Right, I'm gonna go into the points. So first of all, I just want to say I connected with God before this message, and I was like, God, how much percentage is a man that is a good father versus a bad father? And he told me it's 50-50. So it's half and half. So there's half of men that do turn out to be good fathers, and the other half is men that turn out to be bad fathers. Guys, I know it's so obvious when a man is a bad father, the stating the obvious, people always know if he goes to jail and stuff like that. But I'm not going to be talking about that in this video. I'm going to be talking about some other points. But it's always like really obvious when he is a bad father, like the red flags are there. But I'm just going to go through these points, and it might help somebody out there make the wisest decision, and they might be looking into it a bit more. If they choose not to follow these points, um, at this point, they've made that decision, and they probably want to give the person a chance, and they might have to revisit this video and then see that the signs were there, and then they probably realize their mistake, because sometimes we get told the right things but we still want to pursue it. But it's human nature, isn't it? Like you people warn you but you still do it. That's kind of what humans are like. They want to feel something out first to make sure they've exhausted all options before they realize that that's just definitely not for them. And it happens to a lot of people. It's that curiosity, isn't it? If something's playing on your mind, you want to definitely see that it's definitely not right for you. So some people pursue things until it's too late. Right, I'm going to go into the points, guys. So number one is he doesn't believe in Christ. That's like a huge one. If he doesn't believe in Christ, how do you expect him to be able to lead a family? How do you expect him to know his role as a father or husband? How can he even uh, guide you guys in the truth? How can he present himself as a good father if he isn't even connected to God, first of all? So if he's not connected to God, he's not going to understand his purpose on earth, he's not going to understand his role, and he's not going to lead your family in the will of God, right? So that's a number one. So that should rule out many men at this point. That should rule out many men. Right, number two, he cheats in his relationships. The reason why I put that, even though a lot of men that cheat still turn out to end up having kids, um, if he's a cheater, he most likely won't be loyal to you or to your child. He will just flee onto the next woman. So he's not going to be reliable. He's going to constantly lie about where he is, and it's going to be very frustrating when even if you're trying to co-parent. So this applies to people that might have to co-parent with someone that they're not going to be together forever. Hope said he uses substances. Yes, yeah. So if you're not going to be together forever, and you have to co-parent, you have to deal with him wanting to cheat, not cheat on you because you're not together, but like wanting to find several partners, and he's just not going to be there for the child, unfortunately. And I think a lot of women will agree with that point, because they've probably settled for a player, and then they realize that it's not long until he gets bored of you, and he moves on to the next woman, and he's already got you pregnant, and then he's gone to the next woman, and then you can't get hold of him because he's too busy, right? He's a no work ethic. Literally. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Um, the third point is he tries to trap you. So what do I mean by that? So if someone's trying to trap you, they try and get a baby with you so that you don't leave them. So if a man is deliberately trying to do that, he's not going to be a good father, because he hasn't got the maturity, or hasn't got the best interest at heart. He's not thinking about what you want. He's thinking about his own selfish desires. So he's thinking that if he can just have a baby with you, you'll be his, right? And that's not right, because when you have a child with someone, it's supposed to be planned. It's supposed to be discussed. You're supposed to talk about it, because you want to plan the future for your child. You need to plan finances and everything. So if he is just thinking about ways to keep you, he may be controlling. It may be narcissistic as well, but it's all about him. It's all about what he wants. It's not about what you want. He doesn't care that you're gonna have to sacrifice your time and your body and your health, right? Oh gosh, Apis put some good ones. So for play and get plays, he don't have his own yard. These are really good ones. I shouldn't laugh at that, but yeah, some people actually do that. Yeah, a lot of people do become fathers before having their own house. Number four is, this is an interesting one. This one's controversial, because this one doesn't always mean that he's not a good father, but it could be a sign that he's not, right? So number four, he's divorced the mother of his child. So it depends on why they got divorced, but usually if he's divorced the mother of his child, it could mean that he's looking for another wife or is trying to escape his current situation. So if it's a bit messy, be careful of that because you don't know the full picture of the story. There's more than one version to one story, guys. There's three versions. The one that's the truth, and there's one that's their truth, and there's one that's somebody else's truth, the other person that's involved. There's always more than one version, and obviously if there's witnesses, there's obviously more versions. Okay. Right, where was I? So number five, this is an interesting one, right? Number five, he complains about his baby mother, right? This is very common for men, guys. So many men do this, right? And it is a red flag, right? When you hear them complaining about they can't see their kids or just complaining about something about her, it's a red flag because it just shows that they've got ongoing issues. Thank you so much for like they've got ongoing issues, right? And nobody knows the real reason why he's complaining about her. Is it really, could he be the problem or could she be the problem? But besides the point, to be talking about the mother of your child is very disrespectful. Right, especially if he's doing it in front of his new woman or woman he's trying to get to know, it means that he will talk about you too, right? It means that is not going to take accountability for his wrongdoings. His hi Luke, how are you? He's not taking accountability for his wrongdoings. He's just gone into a victim mentality where it's like, look at me, I can't see my kids. When you have a kid with someone, you should always think of plan A, plan B, plan C, right? If you guys split up, you need to think about what you're going to do next, right? You plan something with that person and you plan something individually, whether you take them to court, you have to always have a backup. But if he's sitting down just complaining, it's victim mentality. There's a strong reason why the woman doesn't want him to see the kids. He could be a criminal. He could also be a cheat as well. So if he's a cheat, the woman's not going to want that around her kids. She doesn't want someone that is playing with her emotions. So women tend to make decisions based on her emotions. So there's loads of reasons, but men are not going to be honest and say, you know what, she stopped me from seeing my kids because I cheated on her. They're not going to say that. They're just going to play the victim and be like, oh, she doesn't let me see my kids. And they're going to just keep complaining about it, right? So instead of sitting down complaining, man up and do something about it, right? Um, that's honest truth. I'm sorry to put it out there, but if you meet someone that is always complaining about their ex and complaining, be careful. It is a red flag. It is a red flag. AP said, one second. AP said, one second. He said he's 50-50 on that one. Trying to, one second. I'm 50-50 on that one. That's interesting, AP. AP's probably got experience with people that do complain about the baby mothers and he sees it from their perspective. Who's who's he complaining to? Your business is supposed to be private. Exactly. And a lot of them do it. They air it out to everybody. Thank you so much for the emojis. They air it out to everybody about their exes, the ex not making them see the kids, just so people can see them in a good light, right? Just to let you guys know that. So they're manipulating everybody around them. It's also gossip as well. If you, as AP said, it's your private business. So not everyone should know what's going on inside, the whole family unit. If you're together with your partner and you're a family, you shouldn't even be airing out what's going on inside your home, right? It should be your private business. I took Ace going to a different city this morning, Tanya. What's Ace? Oh, you took an Ace train. Amazing. I don't know what Ace train is. AP goes, lack of accountability shaped my head. Right, I'm gonna go to the next point and then I'll read your comments, guys. Only because I'm trying to pace through this video. Um, Number six, this is a really interesting one. This is a common one. He doesn't encourage marriage, right? So listen out to the man, how he speaks about marriage, right? Because some men, they say that people shouldn't get married. They don't believe in marriage. Um, this can be a red flag, right? Because it means that he doesn't want that, and it also means that he doesn't support commitment. He's encouraging his friends to not get married. That's a red flag. So if you hear how he's talking about marriage, I'm not saying it doesn't matter if he wants to get married or not. That's besides the point. I'm not saying that he has to marry, but if it's how he's talking about marriage, that's how you know he probably won't be committed to you or to your child. Um, APC complain and stay the same. Literally complain and stay the same. Remember I said ages ago, men are like the new females. Yes, shake my head. Marriage is sacred. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, I can see tea with train. That's really nice. I'm trying to skim through these. Um, the next point is number 7. He's a slave to lust. A lot of men do battle with lust, and if you meet a man and he's just so addicted to lust, he's so addicted to sleeping around, um, he just can't get lust out of his head. He has no control over it. He won't be a good father. I'm sorry to say it. He's going to be addictive. He'll be addicted to other things as well. He has to feed his addiction. When you see men with addictive nature, they're not going to be a good father. They're going to struggle at being present with you and your child. Men should be addicted to God. That's what they should be addicted to. They should be addicted to God. They should be addicted to all good things that come through God. So healthy families. They should be addicted to having a healthy family. They should be addicted to building a life. They should be addicted to providing something to the world. A lot of men don't realize this. You should be providing purpose to the world. If you look at loads of men in the world today, and there's only certain people that are actually doing it, and you get a lot of men that just don't want to do nothing for the world. So you should be providing for the world. When God sees that you are worthy of those things, you're preparing, you're helping everybody, you're providing something to the world, he will give all things unto you that is required, right? When you show that you're, thank you for the emojis, when you show God that you are qualified for something by doing something in a different way, then he will give you more. So if you have money but you don't know how to keep money and you just spend it recklessly, he's not going to give you more money, right? So if a man is a slave to lust, just so you know, he's not going to be fully connected with you. Lust is more important than you and your child, right? So it could lead to him cheating. It could lead to him going on the internet and speaking to other women, just being addicted to corn and stuff like that. So you're gonna get really frustrated with him, and he's gonna also want to sleep with you after you've had your child. And many men should know that when a woman's already gave birth, she doesn't want you near her sexually, right? She needs a break, right? And if he's just caring about lust, he's gonna just go elsewhere, right? We love Tanya. I love you guys too, Luke. Most men who battle with lust are always broke. That's very interesting. Luke said joy in the Lord. Children give joy to. Oh, children definitely give joy. I love children so much. Like when I see kids, like I'm happy. Like their interaction and everything. When they interact with me, I'm just so happy. They bring so much joy, and they're so polite. They're better than adults, unfortunately. Um, the next point, number 8, he's walked out on his previous kids. Right, so this is a really common one. There's a lot of men that do have kids, right, and they walk out on the child, even at birth. For some reason, they don't want the child. I don't know if it's whether they wanted the woman to have abortion. I don't know. I'm not going to be the judge of that. But if he's walked out on his previous kids, what makes you think that he's not going to walk out on yours too and walk out on you, right? Number 9, he has. Number 9, he has kids with many different women, or just different women, right? Um, don't walk out on your child. Yeah, Luke, you're right. Don't walk out on your child. He has many kids with different women. This is also a sign that he won't be present in one home, because you're literally spreading yourself thin. If you have, it's like when people have more than one partner, there's no way you can be present with one person. You're just going to be inconsistent with that person, and they're not going to be able to connect with you fully because you're going to be here, there, and everywhere, right? So basically, if there's someone that is cheating, they won't be able to be consistent with you. They won't be able to build with you, basically, because they'll have to ghost you and then go to someone else, right? And you don't want your child to get ghosted. Um, number 10, he loves women way too much. I always hear a lot of men, they always say, I love women. I always hear that. they just say I love women. It just means that they can't focus on one thing. They're just always looking for the next butterfly to catch, right? And it could mean also mean that they're a womanizer. It's just not right to have that kind of role model for your child. You're going to be constantly calling him, where are you? Why are you not coming to pick up your kids? Right? Thank you for the emojis. They're just going to be thinking about women all the time. I know a lot of men like this. Their focus is women, and when I try and get them to achieve their goals, all they care is about women. Everything is centered around women, right? So that means he could have a weakness for women, and he's not gonna be there for your children. He's not gonna really prioritize your children or even love them, because women is gonna come first. Here goes the next victim. Shake my head, literally, literally. Number 11 is he talks trash about women. So pay attention to how he talks about women. If he talks trash about his ex, this is a popular one, my crazy ex, or if he talks trash about his mom or just women in general, like if you're out on a date with him and he's talking trash about the waitress or something, he has a certain type of opinion on women. He likes you, but he has a certain type of opinion on women. Be careful of that, because it just means that he's just not gonna be around much longer. AP won't ghost them. That's funny. Number 12, he has no respect for women. I don't even need to expand on that. He just has no respect, right? You know what kind of guy you're dealing with. He has no respect. Why are you gonna pursue that? Thank you so much for the like, guys. Number 13, he doesn't believe in commitment. Right, so be careful. It's similar to the he doesn't encourage marriage. It's just similar to that, but commitment can show up in many ways if he starts a hobby and he doesn't commit to it, or it doesn't commit to anything in life. It just seems non-committal. He can't stick at one thing. That's also like a red flag as well, right? It means that he won't be able to commit to you, your children. He might get bored and go on to the next thing, right? So that could be cheating or anything like that. Number 14, he doesn't take responsibility for his life. That is a huge one. If you really want to end up with like the worst man for the child of your kids, right? Get a man that doesn't take any responsibility for his life whatsoever. So when he's constantly blaming others for the failures of his life, you know, um, my mum is the problem, my father's the problem, I can't achieve this because of them, they're controlling me. He's not taking responsibility, he's not waking up, he's not standing up and saying, look, I hold the keys to my life right now and I can achieve what I need to do. Obviously you need a man that can obviously um provide for you financially, a man that can take care of you and your kids. So if he's not taking any responsibility for his own life, what makes you think he's going to take responsibility for you and your child and for your life, right? Imagine going on a date with a man who trashes women. That's insane. People do, but women find that attractive. Women do find it attractive. They like the honesty of a man when he can be like, oh, that woman, like, and they laugh. They love it. Women love that. This is why I'm doing this video. Women love these kind of traits, right? They do. They're drawn to it. Um, Number 15, this is an interesting one. So lack of empathy. I've met a guy like this when they lack empathy. No feelings whatsoever. So many men are like this. So I have to say this out loud. So many men lack empathy. The whole coldness, the whole, oh, I'm a man, I don't show feelings, emotions. They lack empathy. They don't give a crap about you and how you're feeling. And that one's so obvious, but a lot of women don't see the signs, right? Where it could be he doesn't care how you get home, if you get home safe. He doesn't show no care, not empathy. He doesn't care about how you're feeling. Guys, I've spoken to a man before and I'd be telling him like, oh, I'm gonna miss you and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, I don't care. Right, listen to him, listen to the things he says. Lack of empathy, right? He doesn't, it's also if he doesn't agree with you, if you're upset about something. I've experienced this. If you're having an argument with a guy and you're talking about how you're feeling and he doesn't care, no empathy, he just says, oh, you just want to be right all the time. Do not have a baby with this man. Do not have a baby with this man. And because those women are not well, shake my head, kiss my teeth. It's because women are trained as a child to believe that if a man likes you, he will be mean. We've been programmed to believe that. I mean, Luke said, "I miss you. I miss you too, Luke." Um, yeah. So if you're upset about something and he shows no empathy, doesn't care, yeah, be careful of that. Be careful of that. It's not a good sign. Um, a lot of men don't have no feelings, no love whatsoever, nothing in their heart. Um, Number 16, if he's selfish. So selfish shows up in many ways. If you're seeing that he's a selfish person, he's not going to take care of your kids. He's going to be selfish to them as well, and he's going to use your kids as a weapon, right? 17. One second. To be honest, most men and women probably aren't ready for relationships. That's true. That is true. It's not so much what it is. It's not so much that they're not ready for relationships. What it is God assigns one person for each person, right? So the person that God creates for people, people are not going for that person. They're going for what they like and what they see. So if there's five options in front of you, the person that God has for you could be the seventh person, but they haven't shown up in your life yet. So people just pick whatever they see right now. And they're not the reason why it seems like you're not ready for a relationship, it means that person is not your person. You're not going to be in sync at all. Um, Licks of weapons. Yeah, so if it so I covered selfish. Number 17 is short temper. Right. If he has a short temper, he gets angry very quickly. Be careful of that because a baby, right, is good enough to set that short temper off when they're crying, when they want something and they have a tantrum. He's not going to have the patience for a baby, never mind his own temper, right? Um, so watch how he deals with stress. Watch how the man deals with stress as well, because that'll speak volumes when you're in a stressful situation. You don't want to be dealing with a man that doesn't want to help you out and he's getting mad at you and saying, "Why don't you handle this instead?" And he starts resenting you and he can't handle stress, he can't handle you, right? And he can't handle your kid, right? So be careful of that. You don't want your kid to be living in misery because of your own choices, right? Luke says share joy, communication. Communication is so important. But communication won't change the traits of these men. They're already set in their own ways, unfortunately. You can't think having a baby with someone is going to force this man to be completely different because the signs that you see before is only going to get worse and he might have more signs that you haven't seen yet, right? Thank you for the emojis. Number 18, this is a very interesting one, right? If you get sick or injured and he won't take care of you. Hi, Stephen Martin, how are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thank you so much for like. So if you get sick or injured and he won't take care of you, this is a serious one, right? It can lead to, like it could be linked to lack of empathy. It could mean that he feels like it's not his responsibility. If he's not taking care of you, how do you expect him to take care of your kids? Um, he's going to be resentful towards you. And also a good sign to know if he's not going to help you when you get sick or injured, he won't be, like he won't be going out of his way to help you out, basically. Right. When men don't want to be troubled and they don't want to help you out, you can see the signs where he's like, oh, sorry, I can't right now, I'm working. Or he's not trying to do his very best to help you out when you're injured or sick. Because if someone's injured or sick, you can get them shopping, you can get little things like that. When you see he's not showing up in that way, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, right? When you're in pain after labor and he just walks out the door and goes straight to the pub because he doesn't want to help you when you're sick or anything like that, that's a sign to watch out for. Because these signs, it goes past people's mind. We don't see it as women. We just kind of overlook it. We get flooded by the emotions that we feel for the man, unfortunately. Um, Number 19. I shouldn't laugh at this one. If he's got mental health problems, that should be self-explanatory. If he's got mental health problems, be careful of that. Because if he doesn't take his medication and he flips on you and your kid, you're going to be either heading into social services or you're going to have to be calling the police on this guy. You don't need to be at the point where he ends up killing you or your child. Mental health issues is a serious one, because some people do get murdered like this, so it's not even no joke. It's no joke at this point. Um, One second. Number 20, he doesn't like your children. So if you are, that's the last one, guys. That's the last point. So if you're with a man, right, and you decide, right, it's not working out with the man that you've had kids with, and you want to meet someone you want to date, and you get to know this man, and he doesn't like your children whatsoever, you have to really pay attention to men, how they interact with your children. A lot of it will be behind your back as well. So you won't always see how he truly acts with your kids. If he starts saying things like your kids need to move out when they get to a certain age, kick that man out to the curb. He doesn't like your children. Children do expose these kind of people. Children tend to see the abusive tactics very early before the mother does. So if your child is alerting you about something, please listen to your child. They're not making it up. They've already seen the true character of that person, and they will suddenly pick up when the man doesn't like them. So if he doesn't like your children, he's not going to be a good father to your kids when you have them with him, right? So they're all the points. Um, yeah, they're all the points I wanted to cover. Hopefully this helps somebody with the decision making, right? If you are just dating someone and you don't think you're gonna have kids with them, still look at these signs, because you just never know. You just never know what's around the corner. If you don't want kids with this person, right? Why are you even with them? Even if you want kids or not, don't be with them, literally, because these signs could show up in different ways in your relationship and it can be troublesome. You want a man, you don't want a boy child. You don't want a boy child, someone that doesn't know how to take accountability or change their ways, or somebody that's not going to take care of you, right? And somebody that's not going to be a family unit with you. Because obviously, even if you don't want kids with him, if you've got kids already, he's going to be technically a father to your kids, and you don't want your kids to suffer in misery because of this person. Money isn't everything if you're living in chaos, right? So if you choose this man because you think you financially need him, you need to depend on him financially. It's not even worth it at this point. It's not worth your peace of happiness, and it's not worth your child suffering. Obviously, unfortunately, some women overlook these signs. This is why I'm doing this video, and they might think it's okay, but it's not okay, because we're protection, guys. Let me read the comments, guys, and then I'm gonna end this video. Right. AP said having a baby will make things far more worse. It does. It kind of like zooms in on the problem more. It becomes more problematic. And the reason why it does is because not many people are prepared for a child. A lot of men don't understand what it is to have a child as well. Some men just think it's about having a bunch of kids and creating a football team. It's really not like that. It's not all fun and games having a child. Also, be careful of men that always go, "Oh, I want to have loads of kids with you and I want to have a football team." They're just going to be the fun dad and you'll be the stressed mom. They won't help you out. They'll just always go to work and come back and be the fun daddy, and then you're the one carrying all the slack. Also, if a man is a workaholic, he's not going to be a good father as well. That's another one as well. He's not going to help you out when he comes home. He's just going to come home and be like, "Oh, why haven't you done all this? Why haven't you tidied this? Why haven't you done that?" He's going to be demanding. So be careful of that. Just be careful of men in general. They're crazy. Um, not all, but a lot of them can be, especially when there's a baby added to the family. You will see him turn up the heat, and you're like, damn, how the hell do I get out of these? You don't want to be dealing with a screaming baby plus a screaming man. That is a double whammy. That's enough to send you over the edge, especially if you're isolated from everyone else. So AP said having a baby will make things far more worse. I think sometimes having a baby can make a relationship better as well, but I'm not going to encourage that. So some people in healthy relationships, having a baby is more healing to them because it's everything that they wanted together, and they go everywhere with this child. They create a loving, beautiful family, and they want more children. It's nourishing. They that's what they wanted. They wanted a healthy family. That's different. But when you get some of these toxic people, they don't even want to stick around because they're just thinking about going to the next woman, right? Non-committal. They don't believe in marriage and stuff like that. 10:40 here in California. That's amazing. I have an interview. Sorry. Good luck for your interview. I took the ones train Tanya to get to the city to go to my interview. That's amazing. I love trains. Right, get into a relationship with no empathy. People do, as I said, it's that thing. Men are known to be mean. Unfortunately, that's what they're known for. So women will go for that because that's what we've been trained to believe. Mental health problems. What sort of symptoms to know though? I'm not gonna go to that. I'm not gonna go into the mental health problems. I'm definitely not gonna do that. But yeah, sometimes the mental health problems can be obvious as well. It's one of those things you have to really look out for. Sky is here. Having a baby makes things worse. AP, are you a baby hater? I love Sky. Rule number 30, don't get murked. What's murked? You have to watch from the beginning, my guy. Water, fruits and vegetables today, Tanya. I've only had a banana. That's it. The only fruit I've had. I haven't had no vegetables. I need to though. Um, why is she about to go? Not a surprise in that case. She about to go. Not a surprise in that case. I can't remember what I said. I'm 8 years celibate. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of you, Luke. 8 years is amazing. Soccer team. Tanya's kind of strict, not gonna lie. I'm not strict, guys. I am not strict. This actually prevents people from complaining about each other when they have kids and they go, oh, the man I've had kids with, this blah blah blah, and then the man is like, oh, the woman I've had kids with. This prevents this stupid issue that people keep doing. The signs are there. They still have a kid. I'm doing this video to highlight the obvious signs to prevent it from happening. But if people still choose to do it after watching this video, each to your own at this point, because everyone has to then pull up with listening to the baby mother and the baby mother and the baby father drama, right? Everybody has to suffer and listen to it. Because that's just real, bro. Plan small things together to enjoy the day. Literally, Luke. Yeah, all I can already tell she's a good mom. I'm not a mom. I am a mom to an 18-year-old though, but I am struggling in that department. But thank you for saying that, Sky. Luke said mum. Tanya is a mum. Sky said Tanya's a mum. Let me pin that. I'm a mummy, guys. Luke put Jamaica flag in UK flag. Thank you for that. If it wears a helmet around the house, he's got mental health issues. Who's doing that? Who's wearing a helmet? Is this Marshmallow? Is this Marshmallow? Helmet what plays soccer? All right, guys, I'm going to end this video now, guys, because I need to continue my day. But I appreciate you all. Bye, take care. Also, anyone that is new to my channel and tuned in to watch If He's a Good Father, I wish you all the best. I wish you a safe pregnancy. I wish that you, if you have, if you're already pregnant with this guy, I hope he changes. I hope he grows into a lovely man to help and support you with your child, because that's what a woman needs. She needs to feel safe and protected. That's all everyone needs. We need a loving family. We need people to feel dependent on the father. We need kids to feel like the father's always there no matter what. Not that he's gone to another woman's house to experiment, right? Maybe it's Tanya, my mom. Luke goes, Tanya is our mom. Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah, I'm going now, Scott. I've been on for 37 minutes. The aim was to be on here for 20 minutes. I'm way too long now. Um, Luke, you're older than her. Have you got something to say, Luke? You guys are really funny. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Guys, I'm gonna bounce. See you all. Thank you so much for passing through. I'm loving the laughing emojis coming through on the screen. Guys, have a good one. Wow, bye. Luke said I said it all. Thank you for the hearts, AP. You guys are really funny. Thank you for being here, Sky. I haven't seen you in a minute. See you. See you, Sky. Bye.